Yo, welcome back. This is Stu42 with another Minecraft episode. Today I'm going to be doing some more blood magic stuff. So I wanted to get the tiers up from the tier 2 that we're currently at, all the way to tier 4 if I can. But that is a ton of these blank runes. And as I found last time, they're pretty nasty to make. I've given myself another terminal over here to AE. And what we're going to need, all this other stuff's pretty easy to get, except for the Crimson Shade. Now, the Crimson Shade, where are we? So, iron pretty easy, lapis pretty easy, netherwort really easy. However, Spider's Eye and probably Gunpowder are the two that I'm really not... Yeah, I've got like 16 Spider Eyes. Gunpowder... 31, yeah, not a great amount of Gunpowder or Spider Eyes. So, I thought I would try to kill two birds with one stone, as it were. So what we've got up here is a little hole that I've made, and if we just turn this on, we can go up here to this extra floor that I've got up here, which I was planning to use to spawn some creatures. Spawn the creatures to drop down the hole so that I can kill them with a... Where is it? I did make one. No, it's in my inventory already. With the Dagger of Sacrifice, this was pretty easy to make. It's just a regular iron sword in the tier 2 blood altar to get the Dagger of Sacrifice. Eventually, we are going to want to make a Well of Suffering. I think I've done that on camera before. Not entirely sure. Anyway, a Well of Suffering will automatically kill creatures. But what I'm going to do is we'll try a different approach to spawning creatures. I have in the past... Well, I've used the powered spawner, but finding actual spawners in this pack is not terribly easy. So I thought what I would do is try Cursed Earth. Now, Cursed Earth should spawn a lot of creatures. Aggressively spawns mobs when in darkness. Only fire can stop its spread. So that needs to have a drop of evil on the Cursed Earth. I think we've got some drops of evil. Yeah, a whole 2 they came from Wither Skeletons. So I'm going to grab some dirt. I'll get this room up here ready. Probably make it an extra bit taller as well. We're also going to have to find a way of moving the mobs. So I'm not sure. I mean, vector plates are great, but of course if you've got a vector plate there, I'm not sure if the Cursed Earth will spawn. We'll see. We'll see how we go. We might have to find some sort of fan. Those are just decorative. Fancy signs. No, I don't think we've got fans in this one. We may be able to find some sort of way of either attracting them or pushing the mobs along. But let's see how we go anyway. We may just end up with them naturally falling down the hole. So I'm going to get things ready. I'll be back in just a bit once we've got some dirt there and bits and pieces lined up. See you in a bit. Alrighty, we have built ourselves a little room. I've put some of this dark ineffable glass here just so that we can get in, but mobs can't get out. And let's try this drop of evil. Whoa. Okay. So it spreads like crazy fast. Now, if we get a vector plate and put it down, looks like it's still working. Looks like it's still working. Cool. So we can then potentially hover and direct all of the mobs into the middle of this. Let's just do an arrangement. Now we're going to have to be really, really careful when we get to doing the last bits of this, because those torches, as soon as they go out, I'm picking that we're going to be drowning in mobs. Not effective plates. Let's get out of there. Alright, so let's go quickly make some more. So over there, what I've done is, just so that you can see the bottom of it, in fact, knocked the thing through, is I've got this half slab here. So what I can do is I should be able to hit stuff through there. Well, obviously not with that one, but with this I should be able to hit stuff through there, and it'll be close enough to the altar that we'll get the stuff. And she gets our drops dropping down as well. We may put a vacuum chest in there. Well, in fact, we'll have to put a vacuum chest in there at some point. What do we want? This one, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are always handy. Let's just make a ton of them. Get back up here. Nope, get away from the thing. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that one's done. And 1, 2, 3. Break. Ha! How good is that working? How good is that working? So now over here. Actually, let's have a look. What do we got? 1600. Right, so it's going to take a lot. Let's just kill a bunch of these. Here we go, one's dead. I wonder if I can enchant this sword with looting or something on it so we can actually get enough of the loot. Okay, they're just going to keep coming. 2 gunpowder, no spider eyes yet, but 1.6, that's not good. Am I doing something wrong? I'm supposed to be getting a little bit for each one of these. It's not a lot, but I should at least still be getting a little bit of LP for these. No, I didn't want to do that. I mean, this is working really, really well. I'm just not getting the LP that I mean to. Alright, I might have to do my usual run away and research thing and figure out why we're not getting life essence there, or if something has changed in the expert pack. Last time I did this was all I needed to do, Dagger of Sacrifice and killing these things. At least I'm pretty sure it was. I mean, it may have changed so that we now need to have some runes. We might need the sacrificial runes around the altar. Maybe. Yeah, getting a bit of gunpowder, that's pretty cool, at least. But yeah, definitely nothing going in there. Alright, I'll be back in just a sec and figure out what's going on with this. So, as it turns out, I just wasn't close enough over. So, let's try that. Now. Keep getting teleported around the place. Hopefully that's enough light in there now. Oh, not quite. Alright, so. That's a bit annoying. We need to put more light in here. What if I just use this? This should... Interesting, doesn't actually spawn the stuff on it. So, I'm going to have to make this room a little bit bigger. Maybe, maybe not. If we take that out and take that out. Come on, we can get out of here. There we go. Because now, down the bottom, I'd already placed one of these closer. Now the hint should have been when it wasn't one-shotting stuff. So when you one-shot things, when they're close enough, they get one-shotted. So we're gonna need a stone in there. And now, one shot, dead, and 6 buckets. And 6.9 bucket. Wow, actually we're getting quite a lot out of this. So I might have to get the vacuum chest happening sooner, because that's actually, wow, We're getting like half a bucket for each thing. Awesome. Biker jacket as well. Cool. So now what I'm going to be able to do is we're going to be able to get something like our darkstone. And make this pretty easily into all the bits and pieces that we need without having to do the self-sacrifice and having to keep eating and all that sort of stuff. We're not getting quite as much loot as I would like. But, oh my gosh, we're getting a lot of blood altar. Alright, a lot of blood LP in the altar. So I might actually continue this episode because it hasn't been terribly long. It's a pretty decent experiment though. I might just go away and see if I can't tweak things a little bit and get it set up a little bit better for this, as well as getting our vacuum chest and bits and pieces in place. And then hopefully we'll be able to get, well, we're getting gunpowder. Spider eyes. Spiders are always a bit of a pain to spawn. And I doubt they'll be spawning. And in fact, when we went upstairs, we did see some in there, but they weren't really, they weren't really crawling or getting dropped in the hole, unfortunately. That's so good. Look at that, 9.5 and one more, 9.8. And we're full, just like that. Okay, we don't need that anymore. Awesome. All right, I'll be back in a sec with the conclusion of this episode, most likely, and we'll see what, just see if we can't get this a little bit better. See you in a bit. Okay, I've done a little bit of cleanup on this room. I've added some lights into the roof to hopefully stop it from spawning as much. I've actually got this coming down here that and plugged into that stone there. I've used the wrench to put it on here. I'm going to put another switch here, although it won't work quite as well as I'm hoping, just because the switch underneath would still have to be off in order for it to work. So as a shortcut switch, I'm still undecided as to whether I want to put one there. But down here, this is where the switch is, and we can just turn that, and then stuff starts spawning. Turn it again. Stuff stops spawning. Pretty good. We're actually pretty full there already. Behind this, I've put these 3 slabs. I was trying to get spiders to come down. Unfortunately, they don't. So I'm going to have to find another way. I mean, you can hear the spiders up there, but unfortunately, they don't come down here. Now, I'm not entirely sure. I may have another play with a way of doing that. I may have to make another spawner for spiders. I'm not sure how water works on top of the... Like, water stops spawning, but at the same time, that, what is it? The cursed earth actually enables spawning, so there might be a way where we can sort of do a double thing with cursed earth spawning stuff, vector plates pushing them down into some water, which then comes down here, and that will hopefully capture some spiders. Again, I'm just not too sure. I'm going to need to try a bunch of different things for that. I will come back probably the start of next episode with how that's looking though. For now, the last thing I was going to do is I've gotten a few pieces here, like this chest. So what I want to do is I want to put the chest somewhere like there. And what we want to do is go along to, oh no, we don't want there. We actually want it to be behind. Oops. So we don't want that one, we don't want that one, we don't want that one. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, sucked up to there. Awesome. So we actually want it to be probably somewhere like there. Yeah, that'll do. And then what we're also going to need is we're going to need a filter on this. So for now, what I'm thinking is this one will here be insert. This thing here will be extract, always active. I've got a couple of filters which I want to put over here. That's already dragged a couple of things out. So what we might do is turn this on. Now this is going to be a bit awkward to start, at least until we get the first thing we want to trash in there. So let's just kill a few of those. What are we getting? Arrows, bones, rib bones. No, we want to keep all of that. Come on. Give me some more stuff. Give me some more stuff. Gunpowder we definitely want to keep. Oops. Come on, there's got to be something in there by now. Hey, rotten flesh and a potato. We probably don't want to keep the potatoes, and we have gotten so much rotten flesh that we may as well just bin that. So what we want to do here is we want to, because this hasn't got anything in it at the moment, we can put that there, go insert, do that, whitelist for that and that, and now we should be good to go. Kill a bunch of those things. And then what else have we got? Yeah, definitely the bows. We are getting so many of these bows through. We want to ignore metadata. Put the bow in there. Kill some more stuff. Whoa. Wow, that was pretty nasty, whatever that was. Awesome. And then we're gradually getting a few more things here. So what I might do is, as we get more things through here that we don't want, we'll throw them over into that filter there. Otherwise, everything will catch in here. Hopefully a ton of gunpowder. And like I said, I'm going to have to go away and think about how to do the spider eye bits, because we really do need them. I'm just not entirely sure how best to do a spider spawner in this pack. And I do kind of want to do something, well, a little bit integrated with this, really. Yeah, hopefully. Anyway, I'll get onto that next time, or at least come back and show you. For now, though, that is all from me. So, as always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.